Hello, in this lecture you will learn how to retrieve the header values from the request. Now, header values may seem like something a lot more complicated than form values or query values, but in fact it is exactly the same thing. So here in the request we have two header values being set up, or set rather, to the request. So we have test header 1 and then test header 2 with value 1 and value 2 as their values. And then of course we get back those two values that we have sent. So let's go to the controller, and in the controller let's do the route, and the route will be, let's do route, and let's do this one, API test 1. Again, it's the same thing. And then you do public string, and let's call this one again test 1. And then we will try to get those header values. So let's do two strings. Let's do string header 1 equals, and now we will be retrieving the header. So listen up, you do request, and then you do headers, and then you access them through the key. So what was the key? Let's see, test header 1. We can copy that just in case. Let's put that in. And now, as you can see, you do request headers, so it is exactly the same as you would retrieve form value or query string value. Instead, in those you would do form or header or query, but in this one you do headers, so it's pretty much the same. You retrieve everything from this request. Request comes from the HTTP context if you need to go deeper, but you probably don't. So let's do another, and let's actually call this one header 1. So now let's do string header 2 equals request headers, and then let's do our second, which was pretty much the same, so I'll just copy that, and let's do 2, and that's it. We have our headers. There's nothing more to it. You just access that header collection and you retrieve them by using the key. That's it. And let's do return just quickly to see how it works. Header 1 plus header 2. That's it. And let's launch it. Let's see if it works. Maybe there's something wrong with that. But again, it's very easy to do, retrieving form values, retrieving query string values, retrieving header values. Nothing can be easier. So now let's do test. And as you can see, you retrieve value 1 and value 2. And with that, I will conclude this lecture.